What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, undefeated two-division world champion, reigning WBO, World Boxing Organization, middleweight world champion, superstar boxer, Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade. 31 wins, no losses, no draw. 19 big wins by way of knockout. 34 years of age, 6 feet tall with a 73-inch armies. The last time we saw Demetrius Andrade in the ring was November of 2021 when he took on and defeated Jason Quigley via TKO victory, okay? With that said, he was supposed to come back and he was supposed to fight Zach Parker in his first fight at super middleweight, okay? Looking to attempt to be a 3-division world champion. But he suffered a shoulder injury, which saw Demetrius Andrade pull from the fight. Now, we haven't heard anything from Demetrius Andrade since that time, okay? And now Demetrius Andrade, he resurfaces. And he states that he wants to fight and calls out, extensive call out of former world champion, now middleweight title contender in Chris Eubanks Jr., okay? So Demetrius Andrade, he did a whole video calling out Chris Eubanks Jr. Now, there's a lot of reports that Chris Eubanks Jr., he's looking to face off against welterweight, undefeated, rising British superstar title contender, Benn, okay? Benn is the son of Nigel Benn, Chris Eubanks Jr., who is 32 wins, 2 losses, no draw, 23 wins by way of knockout. He is 32 years of age, 5'11" with a 73-inch arm reach. Last time we saw him in the ring was February this year when he defeated Liam Williams, okay? He's looking to fight. Chris Eubanks he was a super middleweight at one point. Now he's a middleweight, and he's looking to fight Benn. Benn is a welterweight, okay? Which I don't understand. Now, I understand the storyline, okay, the history. Chris Eubanks Sr., Nigel Benn, the father of Benn, the father of Chris Eubanks Jr., they have a history. They have a rivalry, okay? And so they're trying to relive that rivalry. But one guy's a welterweight, and Benn, 21 wins, no loss, no draw, 14 wins by way of knockout. He is 25 years of age, 5'8" with a 71-inch arm reach, okay? He's a welterweight. He hadn't had a big fight. So they're looking to have a catchweight fight, looks like October 8th, and, at 156, okay? So Demetrius Andrade, he's calling out Chris Eubanks Jr., right? Now, understand, in this call-out, he's saying that, Chris Eubanks Jr. should not be looking to pick on a welterweight, who hasn't had a big fight, a title fight, never been a world champion, is not that relevant as of yet, right? He should be looking to fight him, okay? Which is very understandable, right? I agree. Chris Eubanks Jr. should be looking to fight a guy who's bigger than him, okay? Or his size, not a guy who's much smaller than him and hasn't even had a title fight. But what I'm concerned about is, why hasn't Demetrius Andrade, because he's saying that he could stay at middleweight and defend his title, or he could go to super middleweight, okay? But why isn't he calling out undefeated 2-division world champion, reigning WBC, World Boxing Council, middleweight world champion, superstar boxer, Jermall Charlo? Jermall Charlo is 32 wins, no loss and no draw, 22 wins by way of knockout, okay? He is 32 years of age, 6 feet tall with a 74-inch arm reach. That's the person that Demetrius Andrade should aggressively be pursuing. Jermall Charlo in a unification bout, if you're going to stay in middleweight, or just overall, should be calling out Jermall Charlo. He should not be looking to call out. Now, I don't fault him for calling out Chris Eubanks if you're going to stay at middleweight, okay? If you're going to stay at middleweight, call out Chris Eubanks Jr. It's a good fight, okay? But if you truly want to stay at middleweight, then you should be looking to have a unification bout with Jermall Charlo, okay? That's a much bigger fight. That should be the fight he's seeking out. But no, he's looking to fight Chris Eubanks Jr., okay? And again, like I said, I like to fight Chris Eubanks Jr., but I would much rather see him fight, against, Jermall Charlo. That's a much bigger fight. That's the fight he should be seeking out, okay? Not seeking out a fight with Chris Eubanks, who doesn't have a title. But he is a big name, but you should be seeking out Jermall Charlo, not Chris Eubanks Jr., right? And so with that said, let's listen to what Demetrius Andrade had to say.
Chris Eubanks. You got offer a lot of money to fight me, bro. Over $1 million. For me, it's like over $1 million, bro. We're talking like, I'm like, it's not for the fans' sake, bro. It's for your pockets, for your dad. It's for, like, your mom, your dad. I don't know if you got kids. I got kids. I got 4 kids, bro. You feel me? I do what I do. But there's a whole lot of money on the table for me and you to fight for the WBO Super. And then when I say super, I mean like...
So he's saying that there's a lot of money on the table for them to fight for the WBO Super title. So at 168, Chris Eubanks fights at 160. Okay, and he says that it's over $1 million is being offered to him. Listen again.
Thanks. You got offer a lot of money to fight me, bro. Over $1 million. For me, it's like over $1 million, bro. We're talking like, I'm like, it's not for the fans' sake, bro. It's for your pockets, for your dad. It's for, like, your mom, your dad. I don't know if you got kids. I got kids. I got 4 kids, bro. You feel me? I do what I do. But there's a whole lot of money on the table for me and you to fight for the WBO Super. And then when I say super, I mean like super. Not super middleweight champion, but yo, bro, we are stars, bro. You're a star. I'm a star.
So now he's saying not for the super middleweight, but just for the super title at middleweight.
Got 2 losses. You're gonna make a lot of money. Just put this fight together, bro. You're talking about fighting somebody that is not even relevant to the situation. We need all the fans, all the UK fans, all the American fans, all the Cape Verdean fans that's already going to pull up. Trust me. I got Luxembourg. I got Amsterdam. I got UK. I got Africa. They're going to pull up to the O2 Arena. I want them to go all the way to London. O2 Arena. Back out. Back out. Because Sky Sports, no. Real fighting, real boxing. Thank you, Sky Sports, for, putting the opportunity out.
So he's saying Sky Sports is offering Chris Eubanks to fight.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Stop acting like that, bro. Stop acting like that. Let's make this money. Let's feed our kids. Let's give boxing fans what they're looking for. It's Demetrius Andrade versus Chris Eubanks. October, November, by the end of the year, and everybody will be a millionaire. So, stay tuned. Smeaking.
So you heard what he said. He said at super middleweight or just for the super title at 160. And he said that Chris Eubanks was offered $1 million. And he's saying that, that's essentially life-changing money in his eyes. So he's saying, let's make the fight happen. For him to make $1 million, Demetrius Andrade, at this point in time, Demetrius Andrade should be making way more money than $1 million. And he should be offering Chris Eubanks way more money than $1 million. You have, guys that are 23 years of age, like Devin Haney and George Kambosos, making $3 and $10 million, right? Ryan Garcia just made $2 million to fight Javier Fortuna. And Demetrius Andrade is offering $1 million to fight Chris Eubanks Jr. That's a big fight, right? It should be way more than $1 million. And if you're gonna stay at middleweight, Demetrius Andrade should be calling out and doing this video and pursuing aggressively Jermall Charlo, right? And his contract is up, so I believe he has one more fight with DAZN, but I believe his contract will be up. So Demetrius Andrade should be aggressively pursuing Jermall Charlo. That's a much bigger fight than Demetrius Andrade and Chris Eubanks Jr. Much bigger fight. That's the fight he should be pursuing and seeking out. But we got to see how it unfolds and plays out. I think Demetrius Andrade would dominate Chris Eubanks Jr. I think styles make fights. He's fundamentally sound. He's big. He's a southpaw. He's very skilled and he has power. Chris Eubanks makes a lot of mistakes. He's unorthodox style. A lot of his style today's time is adopted from that a legendary retired iconic Hall of Fame superstar boxer who is his trainer in Roy Jones Jr. You can see him displaying fighting similar to Roy Jones Jr. That won't work against Demetrius Andrade, though, who's a southpaw, who's fundamentally sound, skilled. I think he beats Chris Eubanks Jr. pretty handily. I think the build-up for the fight, he's saying the fight could take place in the O2 in the UK. It would be a huge fight. Yeah, it would. But Jermall Charlo would be a much bigger fight for Demetrius Andrade. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. I think both of them are chasing the wrong people. Chris Eubanks should not be chasing a welterweight in Benn, and he should not be chasing Chris Eubanks Jr. He should be chasing Jermall Charlo. But make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.